Welcome to Kathleen's Kitchen. I want to prepare simple dishes for you that help you to be healthy and stick within your dietary guidelines. Today I'm doing just a simple oatmeal breakfast cereal and avocado toast. I'm going to make a simple oatmeal for breakfast, but this is full of good stuff, so hang on. I start with almost 2 cups of water. And I put the raisins in. Follow the recipe for oatmeal on your package. And then I add probably a good 1/2 cup of raisins and a mixture of dates as well. Probably about 4 or 5 dates. Make sure they don't have the tip tops on them. And just chop them into little pieces. Because the last thing you want to do is run into a whole date in the oatmeal. Actually, probably that is the first thing some people would like to run into, is a whole date, because they're so good. So I make sure these are in the water first, the raisins and the dates. And then I bring it to a boil. And as soon as it's starting to boil, or just before it starts to boil, I add the oatmeal. And this makes for a really nice texture in your oatmeal, is if you make sure it just is coming to a boil, add your oatmeal, and then you turn your burner off as soon as it starts to boil, and you let it sit there for 5 minutes. So I'm making breakfast, and while my oatmeal is cooking, I'm going to make avocado toast. And it might be so easy that you don't need a recipe for avocado toast, but I'm going to go through the steps. I have a ripe avocado. I ripen my avocados just barely ripe on my counter. And when they're just barely ripe, I stick them in my refrigerator, and then they'll keep for a couple of weeks sometimes, usually at least a week. And now before I open it, I'm going to wash it. And when you're cutting open an avocado, I think everyone has their own method, but I just cut it in half and open it like that. And then the skin peels off the best if you're peeling from this pointy end, if you're starting to peel from this little pointy end. So as I open it up into quarters, it just peels right off. I keep my thumb right here, just peel it right off, and then you have the whole avocado. And I'll do that with the next piece. And when I'm just making one piece of avocado toast, I save this. This saves much better with the seed in it, and I save this for the next avocado toast, which is often my husband's toast. Anyway, so let me grab the toast. It's just popped out of the toaster. And I very simply just add the 2 quarters. You've got to have a lot of avocado on your avocado toast. So I just put them there, I just place them there on the toast. And then I slice them thinly one way, and then the other way. Like that. See, I should show you on the plate. And then you just mush them into the corners of the toast. Now you got to add a little flavor. I'm happy just adding salt, but I like the aesthetics of having a few colors on my avocado toast. So I'm going to add some cilantro. Cilantro is very healthy for you, and it adds just a tad bit of flavor. If you don't like cilantro, you could add parsley. And then just a little bit of salt. Sometimes I need to shake it here to see how fast it's coming out. It wasn't coming out very fast, so. And then I like a few nutritional flakes. And that adds a, woohoo, I got quite a bit. And that's okay. I am going to enjoy that flavor. So that will taste really good as I eat my cereal this morning. Avocado toast. And then to add your own little flair, sometimes it's kind of nice just to cut it in half. I'm going to show you, see if you can see that. Anyway, so I'm going to add the oats. And all I do is give it a quick stir. And now I'm going to put the lid on it. So I think the oatmeal is about done. The timer's about ready to ring. Take a peek. Yeah, it looks good. You'll hear the timer ringing as we do this. And all of the raisins and dates are at the bottom, so I try to get a bunch of them in my serving. There we go. And I have a nice serving left for my husband. Alexa, stop. And I always like to put milk on that. I go between soy milk and almond milk, and sometimes oat milk. Oh, I was going to shake that a little bit. Sometimes our milks get a little bit of sediment, or they get a little thicker on the bottom. So there we go. And with a little bit of, sometimes this is orange mango peach juice. Whoops, that needs to shake, that's for sure. Got to shake that up. There we go. There is breakfast.